It's the JT Cho Show!
I'm guessing those are the bad guys.
That's how we do it on Yankees.
Double kill! Wow, 4 in a row.
Far too kind.
I think everybody settle down.
Simmer down.
Simmer down. Yeah.
You got another koozie down here?
Gosh, I don't think I do, man.
You're the worst host.
I am. I don't see one in
See
the...
if the one that I hit over there is still over there.
It's on the ground. You might have to wipe some hair off. But it's still on the ground.
Is it?
Oh, which one did you hide?
I put one over here.
Welcome back to the podcast studio where Cut likes to hide koozies that I allegedly find. There's a little There's a little wristband one where it's on the bottom of the computer. You might have to beat her a few times with the hair that's collecting in that corner.
Next to the paper clip.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, I had it displayed like Alaska, and then it fell over one day, and I said, "Nah, I'll get it another day." But she should work. Yeah, I got that from Alaska for $1. Can you believe it? What a steal!
That's not bad. To be
No,
honest.
dude, tourist traps in Alaska are mad wild. Especially the deeper you get into, when you take a 3.5-hour train ride through the scenic forest. After you get to those towns, it's like, oh, we've got stuff you can find nowhere else. I'm like, you have the internet out here, right?
Can I game?
One store had what do you call those little Russian dolls that get smaller and smaller and smaller? I don't know what they're fucking
I
called.
think they're just Russian something dolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Russian egg dolls. Russian.
It escapes me. Your phone's right there.
I was gonna say we have the internet. We can just look.
Yeah, but they had those there. But
There's the name. It's
they had the Trump family. They had the Obama family. They had
Russian stacking dolls. Russian.
Oh man, dude, that was so close. Man, it's gonna piss me off that we're starting off the episode with terminology that we should know.
It came up with someone. It's a TV show called Russian Doll.
Hilarious.
TV show.
Jamie, look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up, Jamie. We don't have a Jamie. This is 2 guys in a basement, 6 viewers a week for a podcast. Nesting.
Russian nesting dolls.
Yeah, Russian something dolls. Yeah,
Russian stacking?
nesting. Yeah,
It's the most literal thing ever.
they had the Trump family, Obama, military leaders, and they're like, you can't find these anywhere else. I'm like, I have the internet. You can probably
You can find anything you fucking want, dude. You can probably find a sword signed by Donald Trump.
I told my dad about the white dog shit.
Oh yeah, what do you have to say?
Never noticed.
What? You didn't notice that?
And I was like, Dad, you've been around dogs your whole life. You never realized that when you leave dogs poop out in the yard in the 90s? And he's like, didn't put 2 and 2 together. That's interesting. I was like, you're a crazy motherfucker for that reaction, Brad.
That's funny. That's just one of those things that just disappeared. No one.
I have a vivid memory of seeing it.
Yeah, no, I saw white dog shit all the fucking time. I talked to my dad about that the other day because I was like, "Oh, Dad, by the way,
White dog
remember
shit.
when dog shit used to turn white?"
My dad
he
was
goes,
not.
he goes, "Huh? Whatever happened to that?" And I was like, "I'm about to fucking tell you."
My dad was like, didn't really care about white dog shit. My dad had a lack of empathy for dog shit. What the fuck, Brad?
Didn't give a fuck about the shit. You don't give a fuck about shit, dude.
That's why he's not a racist. He doesn't give a fuck about white shit. He just gives a fuck about shit.
I think he just doesn't care about shit in general.
You're right. You're right. Who do you have for your birthday?
I got the one man that I would trade lives with. Hails from London, Canada. Justin motherfucking Bieber
Oh, wow.
is 30 years old today.
I have someone who's also younger than both of us, who I would also trade lives with. From Serbia, Luka Doncic.
Oh, is it Luka's birthday?
Luka's
He's not
birth-
from Serbia, is he? I didn't think he was Serbian.
I don't know, somewhere over there.
Where's Luka Doncic from?
It's Slovakia.
Slovakia? Maybe.
I don't know. One of those.
I think it is Slovakia.
Yeah, maybe.
He is 26 years old. He's 6'6". He is Slovenian.
Slovenian. Yeah.
The only reason
If you're Slovakian, Slovenian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. Same.
I think Slovakia is different than Slovenia.
Look, my world history. I don't know who's tuning in. I don't have my phone, so I can't see the Twitch chat from here.
Hello.
Hello. My phone's almost dead, so it's charging. But
Gotcha.
I don't. Does it make me dumb for not knowing places in the world anymore? Not really, because I know how to look it up.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm always scared to get interviewed on one of those shows where people say dumb shit. It's because they get caught up in like the lights and they just start. It's kind of like Hot Ones. Start saying some weird shit when you're out of your
Oh, it's
element.
Johnny. Talk about Thor.
Oh,
I pulled up the thing.
oh, hey, what's up, John? Shout out to John on the JT Show episode 188. Happy birthday to Luca.
Thor's been on more podcasts than I have.
I don't know at this point.
It's probably pretty close.
I think
He's here just about as often as I am now, at least.
yeah, true.
So the only reason that Slovenia was like in my mind was because I guess Kim Kardashian went to one of the Laker games, and she was trying to like sit closer to the bench so she could be closer to Luka. Mm-hmm. And she tweeted, she's like, I want to learn how to like some phrases in Slovenian, and he tweeted back, he was like, please don't. So he's like one of the few dudes to ever curb Kim Kardashian, but he's also like married with a kid, so like.
Yeah,
you doing, Kim?
and also like he's seen what the Kardashian family does to athletes.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get hooked on heroin.
No.
Lamar Odom had a great career
Yeah.
up until a certain point in his life. Kanye seemed pretty fucking normal up until a certain point in his life.
Yeah.
That Rogan joke, dude,
Yeah.
it goes deep,
Super deep.
deep.
Because
Dude.
it makes sense.
They turned a gold medal winning Olympian into what he is now.
Yeah. I didn't watch it live, but I still remember when she got married to that one guy real quick.
The basketball player,
Yeah.
the white dude,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was just
It's like Tristan something,
and at the time
Tristan Thomas.
I was so like male egotistical, like, dude, what schmut are you guys watching? Like, waste of your lives. Like, this is all fake, and they're gonna get divorced in a year. And girls would be like, they love each other. And then a year later, she's like, that was stupid of me. And I was like, oh, crazy, man.
Reggie Bush was never the same.
Yeah,
He was never the same, dude.
yeah,
She broke up with him after they lost that Super Bowl.
yeah. And one of them might be OJ's daughter.
The
Allegedly.
big one,
Yeah.
the big one with the gorilla hands.
Hey,
Maybe
she has a great pantry.
She does. Yeah, their fucking living area is fucking nice. Their whole house.
Yeah.
They have a pool they never fucking go in.
That's what makes me most mad about pools.
I saw it was a TikTok the other day, and this guy was talking about how he didn't know he got invited to his first black cookout, and there was a pool there, and it was called the barbecue pool party, and he wore a swimsuit, and no one else there was wearing swimsuits. He's like, I guess at black pool parties they don't get in the fucking pool. So he was the only guy there with like his floral swim trunks on, and everyone else was wearing like nice slacks and like button ups.
The pool's just there to
Like
look
it was
at.
like a Tony Stark style party. Like everyone was wearing like nice clothes. They had like a
Yeah.
glass centerpiece
Nobody gets
for
in the
the
pool.
table. No one gets the pool.
You just look at how nice and
What are you
clean
doing?
it is.
Just imagine like a white guy. He's got like the stuff on his nose, like the sunscreen on his nose. He's got the big old aviators on and like a towel flipped over his shoulder. And he's like, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
brought the potato salad, no raisins."
Hilarious.
He's got his goggles on, like the full face goggles.
Did he go in?
Yeah, no, he jumped in the pool.
Oh.
Like he got there, and his girl that he was with or whatever, how he got the invite, was there, and he like met her there. So like they didn't get ready together, which was like, strike one.
Yeah.
Like if a girl
It's
invites
a
you to a
pool
party,
party.
girl invites you to a party, you want to meet her at her house to pick her up first.
Also, I always bring a change of slack, so when I'm done swimming, I can put on dry.
Yeah, but if you had a pool, you were having a pool party, I would show up with my bathing suit and a tank top, and then I'd have like a little duffel bag with like jeans and a sweatshirt in it,
Exactly.
because I would assume afterwards we're doing like a bonfire.
Exactly.
Or something, you know,
Yes.
white people things.
Yeah, and even if you're not, I always bring like dry shorts because what are you gonna be in the pool for the whole party?
No, you can get pruny.
Yeah,
You look like a raisin.
yeah, and I don't want to drive home on a wet seat.
Nah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
You got to bring extra clothes.
Yeah.
Got to.
Just bring a backpack,
Yeah, little backpack, little duffel bag,
Yeah.
something.
something.
Yeah, but yeah. I thought that was really fucking funny.
It's a satchel. Indiana Jones had one.
It's a satchel, dude. So I told you about this last night. And if fucking John's still listening, he might find this interesting. The Brain Bridge thing.
Yeah.
So there's a company out there called BrainBridge. If you go to brainbridge.tech, they think they're within 8 years of being able to do head transplants for people. Like,
Futurama.
yeah, like Futurama style. Like they chop the head like right above the collarbone, and they have this robot that's got all these fucking instruments on it, and it just like goes in there and does its little thing and attaches all the veins, all the arteries, all the tendons, all the muscle and everything, and you just have a new body at some point. So like I was thinking about it, and like dudes with like muscular dystrophy, that'd be fantastic for them.
Yeah.
It'd be great to be able to walk again. Like you just get a dude that like he's been in a coma for like fucking 20 years and they're about to pull the plug. We're like, wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We got a guy here that doesn't have a body.
That's,
Swap him up and bury the meat.
yeah. I was like, man, what's the market for this, man? Like,
I thought about it. I didn't think about like the medical aspect of it,
yeah.
other than like rich old people, until like last night before I went to
Yeah,
bed.
but at the same time, you're 80 years old, right? And you want a new body?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to get plastic surgery. You're gonna look fucked up as fuck from the neck up. And on top of that, your brain's at that rate is gonna be like 85 years old after a major resurgery of attaching your body. What's not gonna stop you getting dementia in like 10 more years?
I don't know. They seem to think that the brain can live for like a couple hundred years, so like 2 lifetimes worth.
Can you imagine attaching yourself to like a 16-year-old body with the same build and you got dementia? So you gotta just have dementia for fucking.
This isn't my cock.
I swear I'm 110. You're 34, Billy. Like,
Why am I getting chest pimples?
dude, you'd be fucked up with like normal people strength.
You imagine, dude, there's just some guy in the gym, he's like benching 315, but he's like bald and has liver spots on top of his head,
Yeah.
and then he gets up and he's just built like...
That's why I'm like, no
Like
old
Sam
people,
Sulek or
no
whatever.
old rich people would really use it. It's got to be for like,
It's gotta be for medical shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, I feel like the whole head transplant thing is like a little overboard. But like, if they could do it for like war amputees, like there's some fucking
Yeah.
captain out there who gets his fucking leg blown off from the knee down, new fucking leg. Like that seems like the first step. The
Yeah.
whole new body thing just seems like a leap.
also like
They're skipping a bunch of shit.
At some point, if Neuralink takes off, they'll probably have Neuralink body part attachments.
So we're cyberpunk.
Yes, to where like if you're missing a hand, you just attach some wires to your
Yeah.
skin, and then you're like, oh, oop.
That shit scares me though, because I think about what was it, the Iron Man 2. And there was the Hammer Industries guy that was trying to build his own suit, but he tweaked it wrong, and like the one guy that was in it, he went to turn like this, and it like 360'd
And
and
killed
just
him.
fucking
Yeah.
shattered his whole body.
Yeah, made him rotate.
Yeah, just made him. He had like owl neck, and
Yeah.
just fucking
But right in the
spinning.
center of his back.
Yeah, right in the
Right
middle of
where-
his spine, just
Yeah,
gone,
yeah,
and the guy's dead.
yeah.
Like that would scare me. Like if they were like, "Hey man, you can't walk 'cause your spine's fucked up, but we got this fucking exoskeleton spine we're gonna put on you," I'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know. Am I the first one? Has this worked before?"
That's why. Oh, we got another commenter. Thanks for tuning in. What's up? That's why Ghost in the Shell Complex is a dope anime, because like there's hardly any regular people left.
It's not even coming up for me.
Oh, who knows? It might be from Kick, maybe.
Okay. Closer.
What does it say?
Parker Woodley asked us if we'd kiss.
Hilarious.
I don't know who that is.
You gotta get 700 subscribers in the next 10 minutes, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. We'll talk. You give 500.
Hey,
subs,
do you
we'll
want
talk
to
about it.
kiss? No. Okay, we talked about it. So thanks for the 700 subscribers. But But yeah, Ghost in the Shell complex. That's why like you just like you already download your subconscious into an exoskeleton for some people who are
Yeah.
but at the same time like you still have human skin, which is weird, and there's hardly any like human people left, and there's one dude who's just so like down to earth human. He's just like, I only use a revolver because it never jams.
It'd be pretty hard for a revolver to jam. The hammer would have to get stuck.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So it's the one gun that never jams on
Yeah.
fire. So like, even though it's slower rate of fire, he just uses so he'll just be shooting these fucking weird people. But they'll be like, I turned off my pain sensor, and you're like, wow, dude, you can just do that? That's fucking illegal.
That's insane.
That's why like right now, like I don't want to see people be half robots, half people. I'll be jealous. Why isn't that me? It could have been me.
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely skipped a few fucking steps with the head transplant thing. Like, because they can't just like attach an arm to a body, can they? Is that a thing now?
My dream is to be Hokage!
Like, I know they can like reattach fingers and hands and shit if they get them to the hospital like now.
They can do arms like that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, they have to get them there now.
Yeah.
Like, they can't, like, a dude that's had his knee chopped off from Nam can't go in tomorrow and be like, hey, I'm on the leg donor list.
No.
Like, that's not a thing.
The body would probably reject it.
So it's got to be the same thing for the head transplant thing, right? Like, it would have to happen, like...
Yeah, but then you'd think like people would just be waiting at the hospital all day, like fresh leg. We got a fresh leg. Yes, I knew it was a good day. Like
It's like, what is that? The Monty Python? But instead of bring out your dead, it's bring out your limbs.
or like someone drives you to the hospital. You're like, why am I here? And they just pop. Like I found this dead guy. I need a new arm.
He's on the road.
I brought my own.
Yeah. Like a sack lunch.
Yeah.
You brought your own from the house.
Sir, we can't take outside food and cook it here.
It's never as good as the cafeteria anyway.
Dude. Yeah, dude. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Not a very good segue, but there was a dude, he shot, I guess it was like the 16th ever sub 60 score on the PGA Tour. His name is Joe Knapp. And he fucking...
the dog at least? You're hilarious.
kiss the dog, dude. If you gift 10 subs, I'll kiss Thor. So yeah, Jake Knapp shot a 59 at whatever the tournament was last weekend, which was like the 16th ever in PGA history, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. He like birdied the entire back nine.
Yeah,
It looked like one of the scores I put up on the video game.
right.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Joe Mauer was just inducted into the Hall of Fame on whatever team he was with, the Braves or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I learned a little bit about him. He, in high school, I guess he was the #1 quarterback recruit in the country,
Wow. And chose baseball.
and he chose baseball.
That's mad wild.
Crazy. He was #1. I looked at some of his highlights. He was just slinging that sauce, dude. Slinging it.
That's wild.
But I guess he was better at baseball. And there was only one time where he struck out his entire high school career.
That's wild.
And the dude that struck him out was at his Hall of Fame ceremony.
That's
and brought him like the 3 balls.
Yeah.
And so that was like the ceremonial pitch for the game or whatever. And he had his 3 kids throw out those pitches.
That's cool.
But I guess they were like the actual balls from that because the guy
Struck him out.
struck him out. So he saved him.
Yeah.
Because like it was just never fucking happened before. And it was like his junior year and he hadn't struck out from the time he was a freshman up until that point. So he's like, I want that ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was just some like short bald dude that was old because, you know.
That's like when Kobe saw his point guard from high school.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, even when you broke your hand, you're still slinging the sauce in that cat.
Yeah. He was like, who's your favorite point guard you've ever played with outside of the NBA?
Yeah.
And he dropped his name and he's like, I'm so happy you remember me. He's
Yeah.
like, of course I remember you, dude. You were my dog.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like you were the guy who passed the ball to the #1 recruit in the nation? Like he was just
Oh, yeah.
Like not like, oh, we go to a prep league where all of us are kind of rejected, just like there's one dude who goes to your school who's like, yeah, that dude's going somewhere and you're just the guy that goes, here you go.
That's the crazy thing about like Randy Moss. His high school quarterback was Jason Williams.
That's wild.
Crazy. They went to the same high school. They played football and they played basketball together.
I did not know that.
And Jason Williams said he felt like he was a better football player.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought Randy was a better basketball player.
That's wild.
Because Randy was like taller and he flew, obviously. He's like, but like at the same time, we played different positions. So like Randy wouldn't have been that great of a point guard, but like in the 3 spot. Randy come flying from the wing, and you just fucking lob it up there over the rim, and he's gonna get it.
Yeah.
And even Randy said he's like, Jason probably could have had a career at least in college playing football, but he went the basketball route, and obviously the rest is history because that guy was a fucking dog. They also sound like they switched vocal cords. Like Jason Williams sounds like a super ghetto black dude, and Randy Moss, you hear him talk, he just sounds like a country bumpkin white dude.
I love it.
It's so funny because
Yeah.
they grew up in the same fucking town.
Edelnut.
Yeah, they grew up in the same fucking town, and like Randy just sounds like some country bumpkin dude, and Jason Williams just sounds like ghetto trap star.
He's got
It's
that
just-
deep tone.
Yeah, he's got like that deep like black dude voice, and then Randy's just like Black Boomhauer.
Crawfish River.
Yeah. He's like that wide receiver that plays. Does he play for the Giants
No, he plays for
or Carolina?
Carolina.
Yeah, he sounds like him.
Xavier Levitt.
Yeah, Levitt, something like that. There's like an X in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Yeah, they sound
He'll be like, yeah,
ridiculously
good.
different. They both love fishing though. I guess they still fish together all the time.
When he was, when that one dude from South Carolina was on, he plays for the Panthers now, but when he was on Edelman's podcast, no, he was on St. Brown's podcast with his brother, and he goes, yeah, I eat raccoon. He's like, where do you get it? He's like, I hunt it. And he's,
Front yard.
he's like, we had it for Christmas. And I was like, after Christmas dinner, I'll just get one. And I'm just,
Fuck it. I love
Goddamn, dude.
the Rogan podcast, and he's talking
Go
to
go look in the comments.
he was talking to Theo Vaughn, and Theo was saying how when he was a kid they used to have owl for Thanksgiving, and Rogan's like, I don't know if that was illegal. He goes, well, we didn't. Like he just like immediately changed his story. He's
Yeah.
like, well, allegedly we heard about
Yeah,
it.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny as shit. The chick that was like the head of Star Wars or whatever, head of Lucasfilms, apparently she's stepping down.
So let me
Kathleen something.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kennedy, yeah.
And if you've ever watched the show South Park, make it gay and put a chick in it. Put a chick in it and make her gay.
Yeah.
And my favorite joke in that is like, here's your shrimp linguine. Sir, where's the chick in my linguine? He's like, we were confused like that. I said, put a chick in it and make her gay and lame. And so here, I saw a report today, Kathleen Kennedy,
Yeah,
where
the last thing I heard about it was that she was stepping down, and there was two guys that were supposed to be runner up to be next in line for it, and one of them was
Favreau.
which would be he's the chosen one. He's the hero that Star Wars needs.
Okay, never mind. So somebody on TikTok was trying to say like she went on a podcast, and then I looked at the title of who posted the article, and I was like, "You're nobody. This is fake." But basically, yeah. So John Favreau, and then I forget.
And there's some other dude. I don't know his name. He's not a household name though.
But yeah,
So that's good for Star Wars moving forward.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing I saw, I guess she was quoted saying that she's more or less just stepping down from the position, not retiring.
yeah. I'll never retire.
Yeah, but she says she's still going to be involved in the Mandalorian movie, which sucks, kind of, I guess. But
I mean,
it's Favreau's baby, so he's going to be making all the decisions on it.
Relax, dog.
Hopefully, all the decisions on it.
Right.
I mean, you can't force your agenda in Star Wars.
No.
That's not what it's for.
Also, I saw one good dude on TikTok. He was like, "Here's the 3 movies I want to see. 3 concepts I want to see for movies. One is a fully immersible Darth Vader movie because in like
Yeah.
the original trilogies, he's only on camera for like 30 minutes total.
Well, yeah, and then he's in in between 3 and 4. Like a movie in that time frame would be sick.
Well,
like
of him,
seeing like
yes.
the rise of Vader.
That's what, yeah. So
Yeah.
like the scenes where like there's one scene where Vader's surrounded by like hundreds of rebels, and they're like, "We've caught you. Put your hands up, Vader." He goes, "I don't see any men here. I just see cowards," and then like kills them all.
Yeah,
Like shit like
that's
that.
the Vader we need to see, because even in like the in between movies,
And
like,
him struggling
like
with him,
because
like-
Andor's in between that, right?
Yes.
And then so was Rogue One, but Rogue One was technically like a week before Episode 4.
Yeah.
Because Rogue One was them getting the plans to Princess Leia.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the thing.
Well, we
Everyone-
don't know how long they held on to him.
Technically, yeah, but Leia was already like an adult.
Yes.
Like I want to see like where was Vader when Leia was 5? You know.
If you want to pause it, I just heard the dingling.
Oh yeah. Do that. Commercial break.
Commercial break. We got to do some laundry. We will be right back.
You got stuff in the dryer.
So, have you, man, I'm gonna miss the movie reference now because I wrote it down. The Quick and the Dead. Gene Hackman. Have you seen the shit about Gene Hackman?
Yes.
So him and his wife and one of the dogs, they had
Yeah,
other
one of the
dogs,
3.
were found just dead in the house in other rooms.
I guess the dog was found in like a kennel.
Yeah, and some of the reports are like, oh, it's not carbon monoxide poisoning, but those signs don't show on the body. And like a caretaker or somebody like showed up to the house, and the 911 call's been released.
Yeah.
But super fucking strange for police to be saying that no foul play.
It was funny. So I got a haircut, obviously. If chat couldn't tell. The lady that was cutting my hair, for one, she was like terrible conversation. Like she was like,
She had black curly hair.
yeah, older lady.
Yeah. She just wanted to do my last one.
Yeah.
And one of my hairs is like down to here and these aren't. And I'm like, what were you doing? So, that's why I have to flick it up like I'm an emo kid.
Yeah. No, she sucked. And it was funny because like we were like, she asked me where I was from. I told her California. And she was like, oh, cool. Didn't ask any other follow-on questions. Didn't ask why the fuck I was here. And I was like, where did you grow up? She goes, oh, here. And I was like, just right here in Jackson? She goes, yeah. And I was like, have you ever been anywhere else? And she's like, well, yeah, when I graduated high school, me and my boyfriend went down to Tennessee. And I was like, oh, cool. What'd you do there? And she was like, well, it wasn't, it was like right outside of Chattanooga or something like that. And he had like an uncle that lived there, but it was really hard to find work. And I was like, oh, okay, why'd you move back up here? She's like, well, it was hard to find work. And I was like, well, how long were you there for? She was like, I was there for like 2 years. And I was like, you just didn't work for 2 years? And she was like, well, no, I like waitressed and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds like you found a little bit of work. She goes, yeah, but it wasn't much.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then it's quiet for like 5 minutes while she's cutting my hair. And she goes, do you see Gene Hackman and his wife did a murder-suicide? And I was like, excuse me? I was like the actor? Hackman? And she was like, yeah, I guess they killed their dog too. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. So I pulled out my phone and I Googled it. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess they were just all found dead and there was like no harm done. She goes, yeah, but it seems like a cult. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
I was like, this fucking chick doesn't know anything. And then she, out of nowhere, she goes, my husband is in the Navy. And I was like, oh, cool. What's he do? And she's like, well, he's not in anymore. And I was like, okay, what did he do?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh,
You
cool.
just never ask. She probably talks like that to her husband.
I was like, oh, cool. She just is like the worst person at conversations. And then I made like one joke about something that was on TV and she laughed really hard. And then just like didn't say anything else. And then the dude next to me, his barber asked about like his family pets and stuff. And she goes, oh yeah, do you have any pets? Like she had to get like ideas from other people to like start conversation.
I hate the Benjamin before I walked into that shop.
He was quiet as fuck the whole time.
And when I sat down, I was like, this is terrible. And I didn't have my phone because I took off my jacket and hung it up on the door rack.
Yeah.
And so I was just watching the fucking whatever news was on. And I was like, this fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, it's not a good barbershop. I mean, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
For walk-ins.
Yeah, it's fine. If you're gonna pinch, it's not
I'd rather go there than like
a supercuts or something. Yeah.
The locker room haircuts. I do that again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to get lined up in basic
Yeah.
because you got like all the hairs on the backside that come down. We used to have dudes that in there just fucking.
There's a little old Mexican lady on the bad side of town, and she cut your hair like that for $13. So I'd always pay her $20
Yeah.
because the other guy's $35.
Was it New Mexico or?
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on. She was more east. She was more towards the highway than Jalisco's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I used to go to my boy Ariel out there. If he still has his barbershop, I don't remember the name of it. But that motherfucker, I don't remember what it was called, but it was the cool one that was right off like the main
I
road.
got one haircut there. I said, "Wow, that was really nice. I'm never paying $40 for a haircut ever again."
I used to give him 70.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
he
Well,
would
his
have-
assistant was $45.
I used to give him 70 because I paid an extra $20 for them to open early because I would do it after shift and we'd get off at 6. And
Yeah.
so he would have to show up at work like an hour and a half before the shop opened.
Yeah,
So I would always book that with him and then I'd give him a call. And him and Easterlin like went to school together.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, you guys had a crazy graduating class. You were just like the man at basketball and then just said, fuck basketball. And he was like, well, I got injured. And I was like, yeah, okay. Everybody gets injured.
Yeah,
You're a hairy man now.
yeah. I got most of it off.
It's sad. It's sad that that's most of it off.
Yeah.
I believe you. It's just sad.
Hey, Woody. Oh boy.
Okay, so I was watching Bryson's thing, his Breaking 50, and the one he did with Tony Romo. And I realized something about his driver because Tony was like, hey, can I use your driver? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. You're probably not going to hit very well with it, though. His driver's made for fades,
That's cool.
like to fade the ball.
yeah.
Because when he swings super hard, it's a power draw swing. So he just falls right into the slot for a draw. And so to like
Counteract
overcorrect
that.
his snap draw, he's got a fade driver. And so like everyone else that's ever swung his club that's like not a natural draw hitter, it's just the fucking damn near does a U-turn on it because of the amount of spin that it puts up on it. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So like his clubs are made for him, and that's all of his clubs, even like his irons and shit. They're just
wild.
made for like the power draw.
Can I get those?
Yeah, right. And so he needs to like if he needs to put some fade on it, he just tries to hit a straight shot.
That's why he. That's why he gets his own custom clubs printed because he's like,
Yeah. He gets some fucking 3D
Hey.
printed on the fucking bullshit. It's crazy.
That's so smart.
It's crazy.
If there's like, hey, we'll do that for you.
He's like, so
Well, if that company takes off to where like you pay like $1,500 for the clubs and the fitting to where they evaluate your
honestly,
swing.
that's probably cheap.
Yeah, I don't care.
$1,500 might get you a driver.
$2,000 and they're like, we guarantee 10 strokes on your game because you're just naturally drawing or hitting it straight.
Yeah, I mean, I would need something that forces a draw. Like I just would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would need something because all mine fade away from me. So it's golf's coming back too, dude. I'm fucking
Yeah, I think I'm
stoked.
gonna go get a chipping lesson before the season starts.
Smart.
Just sand wedge. And
Smart.
also, if I get $100 from my tax rebate, I'm gonna buy a new sandwich
Nice. I like that.
because my sandwich was free
Yeah.
out of a barn
Yeah.
at a golf course.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a nice one. It wasn't a Titleist. It just says SW on it. I don't even know the brand.
It was just the lefty sandwich you found.
Yeah. First one, I said, I don't want to look anymore. Let's go golf.
So I found out Chris's friend, the one that you thought was decent looking, she was at the wedding, the redhead in the green dress, was taking all the pictures. We hired her to take our announcement pictures. And I was talking to her because she is an assistant golf coach at
For university in Spring.
Spring Arbor. Yes. And we were talking about, because she was like, oh, you're going to get the kid into sports, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, well, yeah, I want to get a golf club in his hand, like, ASAP. Like, as soon as he's able to, like, stand still, I want to get him, like, a junior putter and just let him putt around whenever the fuck I'm anywhere near the green.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it's a good thing to get into when you're young, and he'll probably easily get a scholarship. And I was like, because I have a buddy that I went to high school with that got a golf scholarship, decided not to take it. And he was like a 16 handicap in high school, which is like
Pretty good.
pretty fucking good for in high school. So I found out there's a girl on that university's team that's on a full ride scholarship for golf, and her average is a 120.
Wow.
Her average. So she shoots like 126s sometimes. She's on full scholarship for golf.
It's pretty good.
I was watching what's it called? Barstool Sports, one of their fucking podcasts, and Big Cat was talking about, or Shane Gillis was making fun of this dude because he was saying that like backups shouldn't get full ride scholarships to universities, like backup like linebackers that never see the field. It's like they're on full scholarship and they just never touch the fucking field. And then Shane was talking shit about like, oh, what do you want him to go to wrestling?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, remember last year's national wrestling title? Remember that kid that won that? Crazy.
Yeah.
Because like no one knew the fucking kid's name.
Yeah. And he's like, dude, why are you always going to bring that shit up?
Yeah, he's like, it's a kid getting free school. Why are you against that? Like, that's the worst thing to be against.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, and I was like, damn, that would be a good argument against that. Like, why is this bitch on full ride scholarship shooting 120s?
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts. And then she was like, for female golf, it's like not that competitive.
Right.
Like, most people that apply for like their scholarship program there for golf get it, like the females, because there's just not enough golfers.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a huge influx.
Yeah. Over the next 20 years.
Yes, over the next 20, 25 years, there's going to be a huge influx because, like, golf wasn't super popular when I was in high school, but I played because it was fun.
That's why if I ever get like a ton of fucking land for something, like golf course,
Yeah, it'd be sick.
real estate, golf course.
Yeah, you need fucking like 30 acres for a decent sized course, and it'd be a kind of a tight course on 30 acres, but
We get 60.
60
Driving
would be
range.
ideal. Yeah, with the driving range. Yeah, you need a few acres for the driving range. God, yeah, that'd be so much fun.
And then build a sick ass double decker clubhouse
Yeah,
with a full golf simulator basement for the off season.
yeah.
And then the upstairs is a half and half fireplace with
Like a clubhouse.
with a screened in back porch, and then you have a badass eatery.
You're basically describing country clubs.
Yes.
The Public Country Club.
Yeah.
That's a good name for it.
The public
Public Country Club.
hilarious.
You gonna go play Public today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good one. But yeah, I think golf scholarship's the way to go.
Earl texted me and he said there's people playing golf in Cheshire right now.
Oh, I love that.
And I said, I'm so jealous.
It's the inklings of the season are upon us.
It's. I mean,
Oh,
like,
and by the way, the fucking golf pass, because I clicked on the website to like double check our order because it's taken for fucking ever. Normally it shows up in like 3 weeks, I thought, but like I guess we order it so early, I never really think about when we actually receive them.
it's usually a week and a half to 2 weeks after the purchase.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But we always order them in like December normally, so this was like kind of a late order by like a month. But like, I don't know. Anyways, on the card, it says free round of golf plus cart.
Yeah,
It says plus cart. So where it says
carts included.
carts included unless not applicable or whatever on the back of the card.
Right.
That's if they don't have carts.
Right.
That's
Or
not
like,
they get the choice to give you a cart or not.
right. Or like, hey, there's no more carts left.
Yeah, yeah. Like if a cart's available, it's with cart.
Yes.
It's not you get a pick. You have 15 carts out there, none of them are getting used, but no.
We just gotta hit that course early. Just
I want to hit it early, and I want to do it on a busy fucking weekend.
Well, weekends after 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like a fucking just some weekend. Like I want to do it on some like busy time, or like Friday at like
I took 3 days. off.
11 or something like that. We'll do it then.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
We'll do it then.
Yeah.
I'm strictly golf pass unless it's Lake Leanne this year. Lake Leanne or like, one of the cheaper ones.
Okay.
I can't spend a bunch of extra money on.
I
Like
get it.
we'll go do like our 9 holes at Calderon or whatever at some point because we got the coupon thing still, right?
Yeah.
We'll go do that, and then like if there's like 1 or 2 cool ones, like if we go up, we have to play Timber before I leave. So like obviously I'm gonna pay for Timber,
Yeah.
but I don't want to play like a bunch of local courses when we have the thing, and I gotta fill it out like
Yeah.
quick because I'm probably not gonna be visiting again this summer.
Right.
All right. Hey,
Sprite Ghost.
No.
That noise be.
recorded. But yeah, golf is upon us, and I'm fucking excited. Really, really, really want to work on my swing, and I think I know what I was doing different that one day that we golfed with Stan that I didn't do after that. There was like this little sway thing I was doing with my hips, like in my backswing, and I think it helped me get my weight forward during the swing. So I'm gonna start doing that again. I'm gonna try not to over exaggerate it though, because I think that's where like amateurs fuck up. Like they realize what they're doing wrong and then they overcorrect.
Yeah.
And I want to play good golf. I want to.
Oh, chill out.
Hey,
Hey.
is he not allowed to take a bath?
I know, right?
You're the worst.
Just because he closed the door upstairs, he doesn't have the right to privacy.
Yeah.
That's what,
we got written down.
that's what a murder upstairs sounds like.
Oh yeah, I saw these guys talking about it on their podcast. I think it'd be cool if PGA did like an all-star weekend, and they made it around. Like I know that's kind of what the pro-ams are.
Or like a par 3 competition.
Yeah, well, just add that in, like do
Yeah.
like a middle of the season when there's nothing planned, like in between Pebble and something.
in between the 2 or 4 majors.
Yeah, just in between them, like right smack dab in the middle of the season, you do a pro-am weekend, but it's like an all-star weekend. So you go out and you have like
Targets.
yeah, you make like you do one of the holes, one of the days is like the hole-in-one contest, and everybody gets like a few swings at it, but make it like a blind,
drive.
make it like a blind fade shot that you have to hit or something like around a tree, and if anyone it ends up being like closest to the pin, and if you win, you get
They build
X amount of money.
They build switch golf courses.
Oh yeah, like you could do that, do some crazy ones, and if you shoot it through these trees, you can get to the green in one.
Yeah.
If not, you got to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it'd be cool. You bring out all the stars and obviously sell tickets to the fans and make it like an event, like a week-long event. So like you show up Monday and it's like that's the hole-in-one contest,
And then
and then Tuesday is the longest drive contest.
you have an accuracy shot, but like you also have bottles and shit on stands. So if you hit
Yeah, like a stinger contest. to
Yeah.
see, like a target practice thing or
Like,
something.
how the
And you
NH
can get sponsors for all of it. It could be like the FanDuel longest
Title.
drive contest, or the Callaway hole-in-one contest.
Yeah.
And you have them sponsor that hole, and then make it to where like maybe the
Can you imagine?
later in the day or something, like if none of the pros do it, you sell tickets to it, and then amateurs can go up and try. Like you get 5 shots for $50 or something, and they can go up and just swing, see if they get the hole in one, and then you win like a free Callaway golf set or something.
Yeah.
Or like golf balls for the year. You get like 500 fucking golf balls or something.
Yeah.
Like that'd be cool. You could do that with each fucking event too. Like just have different sponsors for each fucking day.
It'd be dope too. Like, you have like 4 professional golfers pick a random person from the crowd.
You make it like you can do like an Augusta sandwich eating contest. And you bring Joey Chestnut in, dude, and they're all just shoving their face with pimento sandwiches.
That'd be hilarious. How many pimento cheese sandwiches can you eat?
Yeah, dude, it's got to be upward of 50. It's got to be.
It's a lot of blockage, dude.
And there, yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of cheese, a lot of cream cheese, a lot of bread.
cheese. It's cheese.
Yeah, it's cheese and these little pimento pepper
carbs
things,
and-
whatever the fuck they are. I don't even know what a pimento is. I know what it is. I know what it looks like.
Cheese.
But is it a pepper? Is it like a
Bread?
pickled pepper?
I don't know.
Oh man, I gotta Google it now. You got it?
No, who is Peanut?
Oh yeah, it was Glacier Peanut Freeman.
Someone has already been Googling this.
What was I looking up? Pimento.
Pimento. What is? It's probably a bean, or I mean, not a bean. A pepper.
I think it's a pepper. Yeah, like one of those little chili peppers that's just like fucking. Oh, it's a pepper. Pimentos, also known as pimentos or cherry peppers, are a mild and red sweet pepper. A little sweet pepper. Look like Carolina Reapers that are squished like pumpkins.
So nobody's narrowed it down to a specific person, but there's also Just Jason 2 times and 2 different Just Jason.
Just Jason, that's funny.
They had Stephen Park, Jalen Harden, Richard Chi, Katrine Snodgrass. I'm Mandy Moore. Washington.
Just Washington.
I'm Mandy Moore, Washington.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're just random fucking names.
that would be a really funny question if you were ever at like one of those red carpet events and Seth Rogen was walking down and you're like, "Hey man, I got a quick question about Invincible.
Oh,
Who is Glacier Peanut Freeman?" And he's like, "What?"
he can't keep getting away with it.
Dude, that's what I was thinking the whole time we were
Yeah.
watching. Yeah, dude, fucking Invincible's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan. I've been trying to get Chris to watch it, and she asked me. She was like, "Well, what is it like?" And I was
The
like,
Boys.
"It's like The Boys, but animated." And then the animation part just like turned her off of it. Like she didn't. I was like, "But it's like real. Like it's like."
It's an American adult cartoon like The Simpsons or Family
That's
Guy.
what I told her. I was like, "It's like Family Guy, but superheroes.
Yeah,
Like it's the same thing."
yeah. It's like it's not an anime. It's not a cartoon. It's an anime. This is not an anime. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's hard for her to get into the animation stuff because she just like is not super into it. I had her watch. She actually did enjoy. We watched the first 4 episodes of Death Note one day, and she did enjoy it. But I brought it up twice for us to watch it after that, and she shot it down and wanted to watch something else.
Yeah, and that's gonna make her overthink a lot of situations because all that is 2 dudes going, but if he thinks that I do this, then he'll think I do
Yeah,
that. And the other guy's
yeah.
like, if he does this, I think he'll do that, but I'll do this instead. And
He did watch. She watched 10 episodes of Vinland Saga,
That's cool.
like without me.
I'm trying to tell Joe to watch My Hero Academia because I was like, dude, listen, at the rate you'll watch it slow enough to where it'll probably be finished because the last season is upon us this year. And
Yeah.
it's all about fucking superheroes, but in high school, but they're badass. And
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, the clips you show me are sick. And I did like Demon Slayer. I was like, trust me, dude, if you start
He liked Demon Slayer, and he hasn't seen
yeah,
My Hero.
because he goes because this was when he's like, "What are you doing this weekend?" We were hanging out a lot, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the Ann Arbor Theater to watch this anime." He goes, "Oh, that sounds cool," and he's like, "Can I come?" And he's like, "Even if I don't fucking like know what's going on, I just want to get bombed out and like witness an anime in theater." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." So he burnt through the first season before the second movie comes out because it's in between seasons.
Yeah,
1 and
yeah,
2.
yeah.
And he was like, dude, that was fucking sick. And then hasn't watched anything since that. But I was like, bro, if you catch up right now too, unfortunately, that series won't be finished for 6 years
Yeah,
because they're releasing a movie this year and then 2 years and then 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but Star Wars Episode 3, have you seen the
Coming
movie
back.
poster?
I did.
It
It looks
looks
sick.
I gotta get one.
Yeah, you
I
definitely need to
Gotta
get
get one
one.
and put it in the. I think I'll just make that into a Star Wars corner.
I like that little Star Wars wall.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
yeah. It'll look. I mean, the Painted Vader. Really,
So when is that? It's the 25th is when episode 3 is going to be in theaters.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to go see that. I'll probably take an edible for that one.
Oh yeah, right before I go in.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what
It'll be peaking right when all the good shit's happening.
I'll just get a small popcorn.
I'm gonna get a big one.
Me too.
I'm gonna get a big popcorn. I'm gonna get candy too.
And salt.
I might even sneak in a little fucking Taco Bell burrito
Hey,
in my
salt.
pocket.
Little pinch of salt in your coffee. Give it a try.
Little pinch of salt in the coffee.
I looked up because the Crows do it. The Croys. Those are just play on words. But you also said it, so I was like, I'm gonna look up why it makes it taste better, and it just activates something on your tongue. It activates the bitters in your tongue to make the coffee seem less bitter than it actually is.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure. God damn it, I have to look it up now.
I mean, if you offset, because I like it with, I haven't had it with black coffee yet. But with the creamer, it's nice because it like offsets the sweetness of it, but makes it like better.
Adding a small amount of salt in coffee can reduce the perceived bitterness of the coffee by activating salt receptors on your tongue,
Interesting.
essentially making the other flavors like sweetness and acidity more prominent, resulting in a more balanced taste.
I like
I
that.
was the Bert Kreischer-esque before.
You were getting there.
I was getting there.
Yeah, you were on the right road. You
Yeah,
just
but
came to a fork and didn't know which way to go.
But Bert Kreischer knows a fork.
He does. He makes a middle road.
But I mean, I saw him bench like 350, so that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, 355. It's fucking impressive.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
His wife was like, wow, I can't
Yeah.
believe this.
And then
That's
they
what the
made
boys-
Taylor Lewan and Will Compton do it, and both of them got real bad shoulders. And Will Compton was like, "I'm gonna regret that tomorrow."
And also, they have to promote Two Bears on their show for a week.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it was a while back.
It was, because it was the Super Bowl weekend is when that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they already did their promos for him.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah. I've been getting a lot of Tom Segura on my For You page.
Dude, same fucking thing.
And I love, my favorite things that he's doing right now is the stories about his fucking kids.
Yeah.
And they're fucking fantastic. Like them destroying the construction site.
That one's great.
They did one, his kid wanted to drive in the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, come on, let's go get coffee. Like his kid.
Yeah.
And Tom's like, okay. And he's like, so we go into the garage and I turn the car on for him and he sits in the driver's seat and spins the wheel around and makes noises. And he's like, and then he rolled down his window and he was like, hey, you idiot. Tom was like, what's that? He goes, clown doesn't know how to drive. So he was like pretending to have road rage.
Yeah. Because his dad probably has fucking road rage. Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, we're here to get the coffee. And Tom's like, okay. So he's like, he physically makes me get out of the car and go and get the coffee.
Yeah.
Because he parked in the parking slot and
Yeah.
we couldn't go through the drive-through.
Yeah.
And he's like, as soon as I got out of the car, he rolls the window down and he goes, move it.
Like he's still driving.
Like he's still driving. And he's like, and then I come back and he's like, what are you doing? Where's your coffee? And he goes, right here. And he goes, okay, I guess we can leave. He throws it in reverse and he's like, get out of my way, you're driving bad.
Hilarious.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people tell kid stories and they like suck because it's like most people are just
But
like
two comedians raising
hyper
a kid.
focused on their own kid.
Mm-hmm.
So like anything the kid do is just hilarious. But like
But
the shit Tom's kids are doing, it's just like
I've also seen a comedian bomb talking about his kids.
yeah, well, because like
You were there.
yeah, the majority of the time, like nobody gives a shit about your kids.
Yeah.
you're the only person that's gonna care.
He's like, he threw up in my mouth.
Or like family might care, but
Yeah.
like the random public, they don't give a shit unless they do something hysterical.
Yeah.
And the shit that you think is hysterical about your kid is probably not fucking that funny.
Right.
Like it's just because it's your kid doing it.
He touches his wiener.
Yeah.
Like
Like
why are
it's
you
just
telling
like,
me your kid? Don't tell me that about your kid.
it's just like normal shit.
Yeah,
Like
like-
and
like
it's
normal-
fine. Like
he
parents.
grabs his toes and goes ha 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 ha.
Yeah, like
that's a
parents
kid.
tend not to get out all that much, and I understand why. You're taking care of a kid, so like that's what makes you laugh.
Right.
It's just like, it's kind of like being in basic training. Towards the end of basic training, like someone makes a joke, you just die laughing because like there wasn't a whole lot of other funny shit going on. Like you weren't experiencing.
I killed it.
Yeah, I bet you did. Because no one was
Everyone's
experiencing.
like, I'm so serious.
No
I'm
one's
like,
experiencing real comedy.
dude, I think I just have this weird thing with my brain where even if it's the most serious situations and someone either says something that lines up or something that's so fucked up happens, and it's like, bro, you have to
Chill out, not again.
like you have to say something about this. Like,
Yeah.
like the play on words is right fucking
Yeah.
right. Like he said,
It's got to be something good. And so I watched.
He's the
I watched
Dixie
for the
Norman.
first time the movie Crazy Stupid Love.
yeah,
With Steve Carell and dude, it's a
Ryan
fantastic
Gosling
movie. Yeah,
and Emma Stone.
yeah,
Love that movie.
it's fantastic.
Kevin Bacon.
But there was a scene and it was really funny because Chris said it's like you and Taylor being at the bar. But it'd be like if you were like if you had gotten divorced and had kids and I never got married, like that would have been us at the bar.
It
Like
could still
after
be like that.
I mean, it could.
Yeah.
At some point, it could. Very
But
similar.
I'm not the
but
woman. I'm not Ryan Gosling.
no, definitely
Not,
not.
never.
Definitely not.
I'm more of a Steve Carell.
You're the Steve Carell. I know I don't look like Ryan Gosling, but
Yeah.
you're definitely the Steve Carell of the situation.
Yes.
But it was
Absolutely.
funny because he was like, he was Ryan Gosling was like trying to pick up all these chicks and like being very successful at it, like telling them like, hey, let's just get out of here. Like that, they had like a montage of him being like, let's just get out of here. Steve Carell's like, the fuck, that's working. And he tries to talk to this girl and he's telling some shitty story about his kid. Like his kid lost his stuffed animal named Boopy. And he's like, and we looked all over the house. And he's like laughing while he's telling the story. And then he's like, I was just like, you know what? Can't find it anywhere. And I went in the kitchen to get a coffee and he was right there on the counter. And he was laughing super hard at it. And the girl's like, oh, shit. That's what most parents think are hilarious stories.
Yeah.
Like you're looking for the kid's toy and then you found it. Like that's not.
I like the part where she's like, "What's your closing move?" And he's like, "Wait, is that the same movie where he does
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
the Dirty Dancing?"
Yeah.
He goes, you know, the part in Dirty Dancing where Kevin Bacon, or was it Kevin Bacon, or who was in Dirty
What was it,
Dancing?
Kevin Bacon?
No, it was I forget, but when he can lift girls over their heads, and she's like, "Yeah,
Damn it, dude. I just watched the fucking movie.
that one too,"
Yeah.
or
Dirty Dancing.
you would just watch Patrick Swayze.
Swayze. That's what it is.
He's like, where Patrick Swayze lifts her over the head, I can do that. She's like, no, you can't. And I was like, dude, that
and
is
she's like, wait, that works? And he goes, well, normally I do that. And then after I do that, girls want to sleep with me. And she's like, that wouldn't work on me.
yeah.
and then they do it.
And
as he
she's
lets
like,
her
do
down,
it. And he's like,
her eyes are like,
she's like, do it. He's like, no. And, dude, it's a great scene.
yeah, it's fantastic. And
Yeah.
she's like, so what's the next step? He's like, I don't
And
know,
then-
I guess the bedroom.
And then the whole meeting, the boyfriend and the mom's blindfolded.
Fantastic
And-
scene.
and then-
I've seen that scene like 50 times on like TikTok clips, but I never understood like the context of anything.
I've watched that movie at least 5 times because I enjoy it.
It's great. That was the first time I'd ever watched it.
Yeah.
And it was just because it popped up on the feed for whatever streaming service I was on.
Yeah.
I think it was Amazon or something.
Like the cutest little thing ever, boy.
It's a good dog.
Good dog.
But yeah, great fucking movie. I had never seen it. It came out in 2011. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess that like makes sense why I wouldn't have seen it. Like, why would I go see like a rom-com?
I didn't watch it until I watched it first time in the military. I was like,
Nice.
damn, where's this movie been? And then like sometimes it'd just be late at night and they'd be like, let's watch this movie again because it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one today, let's throw a movie on while you clean, and it's just a guy holding a bottle of like spray and a rag, but it's fucking Star Wars Episode 3, and they're fighting a Mustafar, and then he's just like, I can't do anything else, dude. Killed me.
That's funny. I watched a couple episodes of The Office the other day. It's good comedy.
I'm gonna have to restart that.
It's good. It's
Oh, I also is it Peacock? One of the ones or Paramount, one of the two. I have an account for that, so if you want that for shows, let me
for
know.
which one?
I think it's the NBC one, the Peacock. Maybe it's not Peacock. I pay for Peacock.
I'm not entirely sure. I know we did just get we're paying for Paramount Plus right now.
Right. So I think it is
For-
Peacock because I logged one of your accounts on the TV because I was trying to watch something, but it
Uh-huh.
was like, you need this, and I was like, why? I have that.
Gotcha.
So mine's a Chucky for it. So
Okay.
if you, I'm pretty sure it's Peacock. So if there's anything that you want to watch on that,
I'll peep it.
yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
But you got anything else? I think it's been.
Oh, I thought this was funny. It was Spirit Airlines is the only major airline that has 0 fatalities.
And I have a $450 credit for Spirit Airlines.
The only one that haven't had any fatal incidents.
I'm saving that for golf trips.
Nice. You'll have to next summer. You'll have to come out to Jersey, and we'll get a golf trip in.
No,
Like
I'm
a
saying,
20.
like fly down, play 18, fly back.
Oh, like a quick fucking.
Like I can do 2 trips like that because the tickets are only like $189 a piece, and I have a $450 credit.
Shit, maybe we do it this summer.
for
Like a late, maybe like a